everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Lynn, an avid plant person and kind of a garden nerd. Today I have 10 fabulous Texas native plants and 5 non-native plants that are going to be absolutely wonderful in climates where you have dry, hot summers. Now these plants are going to bloom all the way through summer, and many will bloom into the fall. You guys, these plants are seriously tough. They are low maintenance, drought tolerant, most are even deer resistant. But now is the time to put them in the ground during the spring, here, now in April, so they can get rooted in a bit before the high temperatures hit. So I'm talking about when we have persistent 85, 86 degree temperatures. That's when many plants start to struggle. Now, one quick tip, or actually two, maybe three, before we get started. First, make sure you check your soil drainage. And I will link a video below that shows a quick 1-hour test, how to determine what the results mean and what to do if you find you have drainage issues. Number two, if you have clay soil, be sure to plant your plants high, an inch or two above the soil level. And then third, if you find that you have drainage issues and they are minor, but over a decent part of your garden, sometimes adding a 6-inch raised bed works wonders for many perennials. Okay, I'm gonna just show you these gorgeous plants. I'm so excited. Okay, so the first plant on this list, look at these cute little flowers. What do those blooms remind you of? Don't they look like little hats? And that is where the name comes from. This is the Mexican hat. This is a Texas native that grows all across most of Texas. It is hardy in USDA zones 3 through 9. A Mexican hat will attract a wide variety of pollinators. It is deer resistant, low maintenance. It also has excellent drought tolerance. So go ahead and plant this now in April so you can get those summer blooms. It also pairs well with other prairie natives like Coreopsis. And speaking of Coreopsis, there are several species of Coreopsis that are Texas natives, especially in the prairies across East, Central, and North Texas. But this drought-tolerant plant is highly adaptable for most gardeners throughout the United States. Now, it's hardy in USDA zones 4 through 9. It has these bright, sunny yellow flowers that are drought-tolerant and highly suitable for the intense summer heat many areas will have. Go ahead and plant this now during the spring to get those abundant summer blooms. Your Coreopsis will attract butterflies, bees. It is generally deer resistant, low maintenance, and long blooming. Next is Skullcap. Now this Texas native is hardy in USDA zones 7 through 10, sometimes 6 through 9, depending upon the species. But these are tough mounding perennials that are perfect for the Texas heat and variable rainfall. They're going to give you long summer blooms and drought tolerance once established. Next is Mealy blue sage, so Salvia farinaceae. Now, this salvia is native to central, north, and east Texas and even beyond. It is hardy in USDA zones 7 through 10, and it is absolutely perfect for hot, sunny gardens. It's going to bring you these tall blue spikes of flowers, good drought tolerance. It attracts pollinators. It is generally deer resistant, low maintenance, and it pairs beautifully with Coreopsis or the Mexican hat for contrast. Next is catmint or Nepeta. And this one is hardy in USDA zones 3 through 8, although it thrives in Central Texas zone 8B and 9A. This aromatic perennial excels in Texas gardens due to its heat and drought tolerance once established. It has silvery foliage and long blooming lavender spikes that will handle your hot summers beautifully. Plant these now during the spring, so in April, for strong root establishment before peak heat sets in. It is highly deer and rabbit resistant due to its minty scent. This plant is low maintenance, pairs wonderfully with salvias for contrasting texture and color. Okay, so next is Echinacea purpurea. This is a Texas native, but y'all, this is native to a slither or northeastern Texas. Now, there are Echinacea that are more prevalent throughout Texas. So specifically, Echinacea angustifolia, that is native to broad sections of western and central Texas. Now, the Echinaceas typically are hardy in USDA zones 3 through 9. And whether you're looking at the Echinacea purpurea or the Echinacea angustifolia or even many other hybrids, both perform well in Texas gardens and, of course, many areas throughout the United States. Echinacea will support wildlife like bees, butterflies, and birds. This is another one that you want to go ahead and plant now in the spring so it can get rooted in before the high temperatures hit. These plants are generally deer resistant, low maintenance, and very drought tolerant once established. A nice thing about Echinacea is that it will make a beautiful cut flower and it pairs excellently with black-eyed Susan and grasses. And speaking of black-eyed Susan, so Rudbeckia hirta, this Texas native is found across much of Texas, especially prairies and grasslands in the east, central, and north Texas areas. It is hardy in USDA zones 3 through 9, and it grows many places outside of Texas as well. Rudbeckia is a cheerful native that is ideal for hot, sunny gardens, and it's going to bring you these bright yellow blooms, drought tolerance, and one thing that's nice about this one, it reseeds so easily. So you'll get a lot of bang for your buck with this one. Go ahead and plant this one now because that will promote strong summer performance. It is an excellent pollinator plant. It's going to attract bees, butterflies. It is highly deer resistant, low maintenance, and when planted in masses, it is absolutely stunning. It pairs perfectly with coneflower, Coreopsis, and many of the sages. Next is Russian sage, so Perovskia, also known now as Salvia yangi, is hardy in USDA zones 4 through 9. It is a non-Texas native, but it is an absolute standout in Texas gardens and so many places throughout the country due to its airy lavender blue bloom, silvery foliage, and excellent drought tolerance. It thrives in full sun, poor soils, and it is ideal for water-wise landscapes. Go ahead and put this one in the ground now as well, because that will allow it to settle in before the intense summer heat sets in. And this one, you guys, can take those 95 plus degree temperatures. It is deer and rabbit resistant with aromatic leaves, and it is an absolute pollinator magnet. It pairs well with yellows like that of Coreopsis and black-eyed Susan, but if your garden skews towards the cooler colors like mine is, you see how it looks here with the dark purple and the deep blue? I think that looks pretty great too. Next is Lantana. Now this one is hardy in USDA zone 7 through 10, and it is a Texas staple for heat, drought, and poor soils. It is going to bring you nonstop color through the summer and your first frost. You want to plant it now so you can get that immediate impact. Now, this plant is a top pollinator attractor, especially butterflies. Now, the deer resistance is going to vary a bit. The Texas native species, so the Lantana horrida, also known as the Lantana urticoides, is a native across much of Texas. However, no matter which one you decide to get, this colorful, drought-tolerant plant will produce clusters of vibrant flowers. It's going to be low maintenance. You can get some that are trailing or mounding. And Lantana pairs beautifully with salvia and grasses as well. El Nino Chitalpa. This one is hardy in USDA zone 6 through 9. Now, this hybrid tree shines in Texas with excellent heat and drought tolerance. It is going to explode with these very fragrant orchid-like flowers during the summer. And compared to the desert willow, it has a more compact size, reaching about 15 feet in height and 6 to 8 feet in width. If you go ahead and get this in the ground now, it's going to support establishment ahead of the hot weather. This plant attracts hummingbirds and pollinators, and it generally does not have any major deer issues. Next is autumn sage or Salvia gregii. Now, this is another Texas native found primarily in South and Central Texas. It is hardy in USDA zone 7 through 10, and it's going to offer these colorful tubular blooms that can come in so many colors, and it has very good heat and drought tolerance. You want to go ahead and put these in the ground now to get good root establishment before the high temperatures set in. Next is Columbine. So this Texas native, so the red Columbine, is found in the east and parts of central Texas woodlands and rocky areas. However, the Texas gold Columbine is a related native species, and that one is better suited to central and west Texas. It is hardy in USDA zones 3 through 8. These plants are your shade tolerant plants. Crepe myrtle trees are hardy in zones 6 through 9, although most varieties are USDA zones 7 through 9. Now, these are a Texas garden favorite for their vibrant summer blooms, their gorgeous exfoliating bark, and heat and drought tolerance once established. They're going to give you beautiful fall color. The bark will give you winter interest. It is also excellent as a specimen tree or screen. Go ahead and plant them in spring for root growth before the summer stress hits. Trumpet creeper, so Campsis radicans, is also known as trumpet vine. Now, this Texas native is found primarily in East Texas and parts of Central Texas, as well as a very broad swath of Eastern North America. This vigorous Texas native vine with bold orange tubular flowers is ideal for adding to large supports in full sun, and it loves the heat. So plant now to get that summer growth and those blooms. This plant is an excellent hummingbird attractor. Deer often help control it by browsing the bottom. It is low maintenance once established, just going to give you that dramatic pop of beautiful blooms. Make sure you give it good support. The seeds can actually become weedy or invasive in gardens. It does require space, y'all. I'm letting you know, space and control. And if this is an issue, a great less invasive alternative is the crossvine. You can go ahead and plant it now for our next spring show, so it'll get very well rooted in. Next is Artemisia ludoviciana. This is most widespread and commonly used in gardens, and it is found across most of Texas. However, my current preference is for silver lining Artemisia. Now, they tend to be hardy in USDA zones 4 through 9. The silver lining Artemisia has this feathery foliage that will provide a striking contrast in the hot, dry Texas gardens with excellent drought tolerance. It is highly deer and rabbit resistant as well. Texas has incredible native plant diversity, so sticking with true natives supports local pollinators and wildlife best. Although, as you can see, there are other beautiful, tough plants that fit into the Texas ecosystem quite well too. These 15 plants not only enhance the beauty of Texas gardens, but they are broadly grown in other places in the United States as well. Please give this video a thumbs up if you found any of this information useful. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day in your garden. Bye.